everyone, I'm very excited because I have this new set of pencils that I have been sent. Now these have been on my wish list for a while. These are the Staedtler Design Journey Pencils. Now I do have a set, a 24 set of the Staedtler Design Journey Soft Touch, I think they're called, no, Super Soft, that's the name, in a tin. But these are the sort of standard ones, they aren't called soft. So I really wanted to try them, so I've got them here. What I have done is I have actually opened them already because I wanted to find out what the colours were, and all it had here was this picture. So I've got a list here. What you can do is if you go onto Staedtler's website and have a look at the 72 set, you can roll over all of the colours and it gives you the number which corresponds to the one on the pencil and the name, so you can work out what the names are. I like knowing what the names are, and I thought you might too, so I just wrote a list. So when we go through the pencils, having a look at them, I can tell you what the names are. I just thought that would be fun. So that's why I opened it, because I had to get them out. Now the top, I'll just show you the design of the inside. I think it's a little bit strange. So you've got this piece of card between the layers here, but then you've got a gap without any, and then a bit stuck on with the sort of greys and blacks in. I was confused. I don't know why it's like that, but it doesn't matter at all. Now I need to find a different case for these, but I will at some point, but for now not. I'm going to grab one out. It's quite difficult, as you can see. I'm going to take out the white just so I can show you what it looks like to start with. So it is hexagonal pencil, and it's got a painted end. Sorry, you can't see that like that. We've got a barcode on there with a EAN code, and the 0 at the very end there is the identifying number. The 146C is the set it's come from, but the 0 is the number of the colour. So on my list here, which I looked up, 0 is white. You can obviously see that anyway, but I'm just letting you know that's how I've identified the different ones. And then on this side it just says Staedtler made in Germany. So that's that. Each pencil, you can see the barrels are all different colours, which is lovely. And I haven't tried them out yet. As I said, I just I'm not going to try the white because I'm going to be, oh, I could do. But anyway, I'm going to be using a colouring book to try them all out. So let's move them aside. I'll show you the book I've picked. I've got rather big pieces of paper in my book. Oof. I've chosen this picture. This is Miniature Enchanted Forest by Johanna Basford. I thought there's a lot of florals and leaves, so I thought it was a good page for trying out lots of different colours to sort of see what they look like. Let's come in a lot closer. Because we've got a big variety of different flowers and leaves going on, and we can probably find somewhere to put some browns and greys and everything. Now the white, as I said, I wasn't going to do the white, but I could. This is cream paper. I could try it out, but I'm not sure if they're, oh, I know. Let's try it out in here. See if it shows up. No. I'm just going to try it over here. Look, if I put it, see here where my list is, if I put it over the top of here, where I've written in pink, it does fade it a bit. It's really hard to see. So it does work on, it would work on sort of white paper. So that's the first one. I'm just going to work through the colours in the order they are in the box, just for ease really. So this is our first proper test really. This is number 12, which is the lemon. This is a colour I have never tried before. I am going to come in a lot closer because it's a small book, you're not going to be able to see otherwise. So yeah, lemon is a colour I haven't tried before, so that's quite fun. And rather than using it for a flower centre, I think I'm going to use it on the edge of these leaves and then blend it into some green later. So there we go, that colour comes out really easily. I'm not having to put down too many layers to already see some colour, and with the yellow, that's often quite difficult, so that's nice. It feels nice to the touch. You might be able to hear it. I don't know. For me, it feels softer than Noris, which is a good thing if you've used Staedtler pencils before. Now, just a quick note, the numbers are universal across Staedtler. So whether you've got Ergos, Noris, or Noris doesn't have numbers on, whether you've got Ergos or the watercolour pencils or anything like that, the numbers are the same. So if you've got number 12 in an Ergo set, which it doesn't, you haven't, in a watercolour set in the Aquarelle, it will look like that. Okay, so that's that one. Next, we are going to go with this one. This is the light yellow number 10. Now number 10 does appear in the Ergos. I'm going to use it for these flower centres. It's quite a light yellow, but this is going down fairly well. What I'm going to do is, when I've tested out all the colours, just so you can see what the colours look like, because I think it's always nice to see what sort of range of colours there is in a set, I will do a little comparison, if I remember, between this and an Ergo with a swatch, so you can see this is number 1, which again is yellow, and this is another one that's available in the Ergos. But this is a 48 set, my Ergos is 36, so there's going to be a lot of crossover. But that's okay, because Ergo Softs are not being made anymore apparently. We need to find a substitute. I'm going to go all the way out actually to those little ones as well. Now I've written to Staedtler to ask them if there are any open stock. They did tell me with the super soft there isn't open stock. Now these, on their website, says there's 24 open stock available. This is number 11, which is called Sand. Okay, just looking for somewhere to put it. Let's go all the way across here and to here. Into here. So these, as I say, the others, the super softs aren't available open stock, which is a bit of a downer. You know, it's a bit annoying. It's nice to have open stock available. Now this one, whoops, is number 43. It had different, it said it was light orange on the one website page and the other said peach, because I know this is the peach colour, so I was like, this isn't light orange, this is peach. So I looked it up in a different place and it said peach. What should we do in peach? Let's do these. So I'm using my paper. The peach is always quite pale, I find, a bit too pale for my liking, but then peach isn't supposed to be massively vibrant. But I am being able to build up the layers a little bit. It takes a bit of effort, but as I say, it always does. The peach is always a bit pale. I'm wondering whether I'm not going to do all of these flowers the same colour. I'm going to just do that one, and we'll do the others. Maybe we use the other oranges on these flowers. I think that's a nice idea. Then you can see them close too. This is 42, which is light orange. This is available on the 36 Ergosofts as well. This one certainly is more vibrant. As you can see, it's quite a nice orange, I think. Can I come in any more? No, I'm as zoomed in as I can. It's because I'm using this little book, but it just thought was a good page because there's a good variety of things. Okay, next one. Excuse me, we have number 4, which is orange. Okay, maybe I'll use that here so that it doesn't look a bit overly contrived, going from light to dark across the flower. This is a nice colour too. Nice pretty orange. There we go. And then we have this next one, which is number 24. Number 24 is called Scarlet Red, but was available in the 24 Ergos, and I've always thought was very orangey. I'd never really thought was red. I always thought it was an orangey red, but obviously it's very subjective, but I quite think it sits well with the oranges. So there we go, there they are. So you get quite a nice range. I think there's a nice, you know, that's obviously very light, a bit darker. There's a nice sort of difference between them all. And this is number 2, which is red. Okay, again, I think this is quite orangey, but I need somewhere else to put it. I'm gonna go, we just need like a singular little flower really, don't we? I know. Look, sorry, we are zooming across. I hope you're not getting too, I'll try and do it a bit slower next time. I'm gonna do these so you can see what the red looks like. So this is definitely a bit more red rather than orange. I think it's a bit small, I'm struggling. I haven't sharpened these, by the way, so but I don't find they need it, but they're not exactly as sharp as they could be. I've never had trouble sharpening a Staedtler pencil, a one where it was breaking a lot. So it's very, very rare. They are quite well made, hard German pencils. Now this one is number 29. It looks quite red. It's called Carmine Red. I'm actually going to use it for the butterfly, I think. Got all our reds on the same side of the page. It's a sort of slightly pinkish red, which I think is rather attractive. There we go. Now we move on to our pinks. We've got this very pale pink. It is number 21 and it's called Light Rose. This is a new colour to me, so that's exciting. I'm going to move. How many pinks have I got? 4. I'll go here. I'm going to do these. Okay. So let's do this bit. Ooh. That's a very delicate colour, isn't it? I rather like that. And don't often get pastel colours in the Staedtlers, so that's rather nice. Now we've got a darker pink. Oops. This is number 20. It's one if you've got any Staedtlers, you've probably got this one. It's called Magenta. For me, that's not a magenta, but you know, I'm not going to argue with you, Staedtler. I think this is more like a Barbie pink. I would think magenta is much darker, but anyway, no matter. As I've said many times before, names aren't really that important. It's just fun to know what they are, I think. Now this is number 25, which is just called Pink. And this pink is in the 36 Ergosofts. I always think it's rather salmony, it's slightly more orangey, not really massively, but a little bit more, and I rather like it. So I'm rather pleased to see it in this set. Now we have number 23, which is called Bordeaux. Okay, and it's a darker pink. I think we'll pop it here. So you can see it. Again, this is one that I think comes in even the 24 set of Ergosoft and the Noris. It's a rather dark but useful pink. Now, this colour is of interest to me. This is number 260. Colour name? Anyone? What would you say? Mauve. Honestly, mauve. Let's have a look. Now I would say this is a red violet, not violent, red violet. Doesn't make me feel violent. Caput mortuum type colour, maybe, not a mauve. but funny nevertheless, and almost on the reddish side, but a rather nice colour to add shade and shadow to the pinks. So I think it's a very nice one to have. Now this is what I would call mauve, but this is 62 and it's called lavender, which is fine. Happy with lavender. We're going to go with, I'm just looking around, we'll go with these. Let's just pop next door to here. It's going to be a very colourful page, maybe apart from the greens, because I think there's quite a lot of green on this page, and although we have quite a nice selection of greens, I don't think we'll have enough, so I might have to repeat some, but that's fine. I'm not going to finish the page on camera. It's just to test out these pencils because I'm excited to try them out. And this little book, I like trying things out on Johanna Basford paper because that's what I use a lot of. I just realised what I did. I just coloured them all. I was going to colour them all different colours. Oh my goodness. Never mind. We'll take our next colour and we'll go elsewhere. This is 61. Now this is the colour I would call magenta, but it's actually called dark mauve. Let's do it here. This is, I've got a few of these in Ergos and in Noris as well. What I'm going to do, I think, is before I finish, is grab a Soft Touch, an Ergo, a Noris and one of these and compare them. And I'll stop there before I start colouring it and getting carried away. Now our last sort of purpley colour is this one, number 6, which is called Violet. It's quite a contrast to this one, but it's a darker version of the lighter, the one that was called Lavender. But I do feel there's a slight lack of violet type purples, bluey purples, but because we've only really got 2, because we now, actually, what colour is this? 33. Yeah, this is the cobalt blue, so we're moving on to blues. I'm just going to have to blow my nose, I'm sorry. Now we've got a lot of blues as far as I can tell. Excuse me. We'll start here, the blue. I haven't done the centre of that one, but never mind. We'll just do the inside of the petals. Might give us some scope for some other colours. I'm not staying very well in the lines, but now I feel that these are easy to colour with. The pigment is as bright as I would expect from, brighter than I would expect probably from some Staedtler brands, which is rather nice. They feel soft to me, although we have the, this is number 3, which is blue. You know, there's a super soft brand, but I feel that these are soft. So I don't feel, I don't know, I can't feel a big difference. I'm going to have a play with them, with both in a bit, and let you know. But for me, they seem to be very good. They certainly don't feel as hard as the Noris. To me they feel quite similar to Ergos, which is really good because that's what I'm looking for. This art is Delft Blue, number 63. Do this one. So that's nice. I can layer them up. We'll play with blending them as well a bit later. Well, we've put that bit of yellowy green down, which we need to blend with something. I think I might have pulled these out of order slightly, but I don't know. Number 37, no, I haven't. Ultramarine blue. Let's go around the outside of this one. This is the slightly greeny blue, I suppose, but not really. It's quite a nice blue. I can't stay in the lines. Oh, just trying to get my last blue out and knocking my paper slide, which is not the last blue, there's one more. This is number 30, which is light blue. This is a colour I'm quite familiar with as well. Very nice. Now we're on to our second layer. I'm just going to tip them out of it. There we go. Now this is a different blue to me. This is number 302 and it's called Pastel Blue. I'm going to do it somewhere else. Oops. Where might we do a pastel-y blue? Maybe here on these, maybe just on the centres, because it's going to be a bit pale for those tips, I think. Oh, it shows it fairly well actually for a pastel. Yeah, it's good. Sometimes I think some pastels are so pale you almost think, is it worth bothering? Now this is a really interesting colour. This is 59 and I think, I struggled to find the name of this. I think it's called Hooker's Green, but in some things I found an aquamarine in this name, so I wasn't really sure. Maybe let's do these little dots in this one. It's a completely new colour to me and I'm colouring it in such a small area. I'm going to have to swatch it. There's my list there. Blue or green? That's blue. That's blue. But there's definitely some green pigment in there, but that's blue. So yeah, I'll carry on. Try making a mess. I'm going to sharpen this because I can't get in those little holes. There we go. I don't know if that really helped. Go. I haven't properly sharpened it, I just gave it a quick turn. That's better. A bit better anyway. If I concentrate is better. But I can't really judge on the sharpening on a very quick turn. But all of them arrived without any broken leads on them, which is a good start. They will push through my letterbox, although they didn't fall on the mat. They were sticking out of the letterbox, but as soon as I picked them up I could hear them rattling around in the box. So I could immediately tell they were pencils, which was very exciting, as you can imagine. And, excuse me, but I think, oh, I can hear them rattling. Are they going to be alright? And yes, they were. Right, this colour is our turquoise and it's number 35. Where should we go? Let's go to here. Sorry, just fiddling. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? I think this is a colour that we've had already in other sets. Right, we're moving on to green now, I think. Let me just look. This is sea green, so this is 38. This is one that you would have seen, excuse me, in the Ergosoft 36 set if you've got it. It isn't in the 24. And it's a bluey green, which is rather good for water, but I tend to blend it together with a slightly lighter blue because sometimes it's a little bit harsh because it's obviously very dark. So what I sometimes do is do a light layer of this and then put a light blue such as, is it number 10? No, it's number 3 or something. Oh, I've just got a little package through the door. It might not be a package, it might be. The other day I thought I had a package and it was a, this is number 53, which is called Lime Green, which is again a new one for me. I'm going to blend it up with these. What do you think? So I'm going to start in the middle with it bare and then blend it in. Well, it doesn't really look very limey to me. Anyway, I think that package is actually from Colt Pens. My husband ordered me a new blending pencil and himself something. I can't remember what it was. Paintbrush? I don't know. Anyway, there's that light green. I don't know how well it goes with that, but never mind. We learn as we go different things that match and don't match. This is number 50, which is a really popular green in the Staedtler range. Let's just go here on these leaves. You would have seen this one before. It's just a sort of nice mid green. I'm not doing a very neat job, but I realise I also coloured those wrong. There should be green around the edge, but never mind. I'm just getting too excited about testing them all, which is lovely. Oh, I also need to say a big thank you to Tanya. I've got so excited I forgot who sent me these. She's been very generous lately. She also sent me the Derwent drawing pencils, which I've had great fun with. I did a picture at the weekend with those. I put it up on my Facebook page. Whether it's gone up already or not, I don't know when this video is going out, so I don't know whether it's gone up yet, but it'll be in my completed pages for February, so you would have seen it. So that was nice. Okay, so that's that. It's quite a mid, as I say, it's quite a mid green, which is rather fun. I don't know why I'm pulling the book over. Now we have number 52, which again is quite a popular green. We get a lot. It's called, they call it sap green. I am going to do it here. Now these leaves here, and you'll see it's another sort of mid-green. I like these mid-greens, they're quite useful. And I find the 50 and the 52 actually work really nicely together. You can put, say, the 50 on the stem and the bottom of the leaf, and then the 52 maybe for the tip or whatever, and they just work beautifully together. So that's nice. But as I say, we haven't tried to see if these blend yet, but we will. We're just trying out all these colours. I'm probably taking too long, but I'm having fun. Right, oops. We have here number 5. Now this is a slight more bluey green. It's called green, so it's their idea of a completely mid green. I'm just going to use it on something small because I'm taking ages. Oh, now that package has come, I can go out. I've needed to stay in because I didn't know it would fit through the letterbox. There we go. You can see that it's a little bit different to this one. Okay, next we have quite an exciting colour. This is 55 and it's called Green Earth. And it looks like a sort of mossy green, which I think is rather attractive. We're going to go over here and do some green because we haven't done much over here. We'll do this little clump here. Oh, that's nice. That's nice as it is, but it would also make do nice shadows on green. I like that. I do need to find somehow a way of storing these. I think my husband's got a Derwent pencil case with the little elastics. I'm not a big fan of the cases with the little elastics. I'm just going to leave that there. But I think I could put all these in, and I don't know, number 56. This is the light olive. I like this colour. I'm just going to use it here. It's very pale though. I thought it would go well with this yellow that we used here. I can't remember what that was called. That was the lemon, I think. It's quite pale for a thin piece like this, really. Hopefully you can see it. But yeah, I thought I might put all my Staedtlers together in one case, because my soft ones, the lid of the tin is broken. It doesn't even sort of sit on anymore. The Staedtler posted them to me, and it all came broken in the post, but they sent it me as a freebie. This is 57, which is olive green, so I could hardly complain, could I? And but it is a warning, you know, if you buy a tin from them, because these are obviously in a cardboard box. If you buy a tin, be wary, because, you know, it might break in the post. But if it does, make sure that you let them know, partly because they might want to improve their design so that it's better next time, but also you may get a refund, or they might send you a new tin, you never know. Now this is an interesting colour. This is number 19, and it is called Dark Ochre. Okay, I don't really know what to expect with this colour. I think I'm just going to do this with it, and we'll see. I think it's a sort of browny green, really. I mean, an ochre I usually think is a yellow, but for me, I wouldn't put this in the yellows, but I like it. It's a very different sort of colour, which is useful. Again, it goes well with these greens and things. And it's almost an earthy tone, which I like. So that's fun, a bit different. Now I'm not doing really basic colouring, just because I want to see what the colours look like. I know a lot of people do swatching, but I do some swatching at times, but maybe eventually. This is 16. This is our golden ochre. This is a pencil that you might be familiar with. We've had it if you've got Staedtler. I've got this in my Noris, in my Ergos, and in my Super Soft set. There we go. It's my cheats gold. If I've got a small area that I want to look gold, I just use that. It's great. But we've also got this one. This is 49. It's called Fawn. So it's a light brown. I'm going to use it on some of these bits down here, because I think this is sort of like a bit sort of like soil or something. I never quite know what this is supposed to be in this picture. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. We'll do this sort of first layer along here in this brown. Yeah, I'll do it all the way along. Could have done some brown leaves really, but hey ho. There we go. So there's that sort of form. And this next one is 73, and it's our burnt sienna. Okay, and I'm going to use it for these loops, larger loops. As you can see, that's a lot more reddish, which not only can be useful for shading on orange, shadows on oranges, but also in its own right as a brown. Oh, we'll do the ones over here as well. We'll do the ones on the other side in grey, just to confuse everything. It's because we've got greys we need to try out, and I don't know what else to do, where else to put them. And we've got this brown, which is number 72, and it's called Dark Sand. So we'll do that there. To me, that's like a bit of a rusty red, brick red almost. Useful colour, actually. go. Now we've got our darker browns. This is 76, which is the Van Dyke brown. I'm going to use it for this piece here. You can't see. Let's go all the way along to the end. As you can see, it's quite a nice dark brown. Just checking you can see. Got a lance up at my camera. Make sure I haven't forgotten you. Let's go all the way across to the centre. Oh, I feel hungry now. My stomach wants to rumble. So you have to excuse me if it does. It's only 10 o'clock, I think. I can't see the time. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. Okay. This is our 77 and it's called Tobacco Brown, and I'm going to use it for these loops. Here you can see it's just a darker brown. I'm not going to use it on that side, I'm going to use greys on this side. I've got quite a variety. So our first grey is 800 and it's cool grey, so it's very pale. I don't know how much is going to show up. I'm going to do the very outside loops. Oh, it shows up a bit. I just don't know how well you can see. But yeah, that one. There's our first layer of grey. Now we have a 83, which is dove grey. Now I think this looks almost more of a bluey grey. Oh, it does. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that. That sort of winter snow, that brings to mind for me. Oh, I don't know, should that have been a different colour? Oh, doing it this now. There we go. Now we have the, what's this one? Yeah, this is number 80, which is the light grey. Gonna do these loops. You can see it's actually not, you can see the difference. This is a browner grey, a warmer grey than the dove grey. I don't know how easy it is to see, but it's definitely more brown in there. Like that. Now I'm going to move across to this bit here for the other greys to try and tip them out. I don't want to come out. Here we go. This is 85, which is called warm grey. You can see how brown it looks. Let's see how it looks here. Oh yeah, that is quite brown. I like that. And our very last grey, I think is number 8, yes, and it's just called grey. And you may have seen this one. Again, it's quite a popular because it's quite a neutral colour. I'm going to do all the way across here. Now I'm not going to do black. Now this should, I guess this should be green, those leaves either side, but never mind. I'm not going to do any black on this page. I'm going to compare the blacks. I think it's quite a good one to compare because we can see how pigmented they are and things. And it's really easy to spot them because with the Noris there's no names on or numbers on the pencils. So, right, so that's all of our colours apart from the black. There's the black, number 9, and I'm just going to stop the film, go and get all my other pencils sets, and we'll do a bit of a comparison. Hold on. Right, I am back. So here is the Design Journey pencil, the black one that we just were looking at that we hadn't used. So I'm going to really layer it up there and then reduce it down. There's our design journey. Okay, now our next, I've written down super soft. These are the super soft pencils. These have got black barrels, which is interesting, but here is our black, which is number 9. I can see a difference. I don't know about you, that to me that's a little bit more vibrant than that. Okay. Next is Noris. Here's our Noris. I haven't grabbed the black out, so I have to tip them out and find it. I don't know if that's the black or the grey. Bear with me. The problem with Noris is they don't have any writing on them. Just go through. No, that was the black. That one. Just pop the others back in the box. See, this is why I would like a little case. I can put them all together. Might be nice. So this is Noris. Much softer in colour. Look at that. I'm trying to layer it up a bit, but you can see it's much paler is what I mean. So that's Noris. And Ergos. Open my tin, grab the black. Again, it's number 9. So you can see the colour number goes right through. And here's the Ergo. Wow. Wow. There's quite a difference there, isn't there? Now, I'm going to retry my design journey right next to my Ergo. And thinking about the amount of pressure I put down. I think I can do quite well. There's quite a difference, isn't there? But definitely I find the Noris really hard and difficult to use. So I'm glad they're definitely softer than those. I felt that they weren't that much less vibrant than the super soft. And if you see that and that, once I tried a little bit harder, it's it's sort of you can get quite dark. My next thing is I'm just going to try blending some. I think I'll take these two colours because they're quite far away from each other. So that's the violet and the dark mauve, and we'll see how we go. So I'm going to, you can see how vibrant we can get. Just a few layers. I'm pressing quite hard, I suppose. And then I'm going to reduce my layers and pressure, fade it right out. There we go. And then let's get the 61 and start about here, I think. I'm so excited about trying these pencils that I didn't even go and check out my package. It's still sitting there in the letterbox waiting. Now these are rather like polychromos, I always find, in that you have to layer them. You can't just smush them about and blend them. You have to put layers on top of each other. But for me, I'm very happy with doing that. It's what I'm used to doing to mix colours. You can see I've got a flaw in my paper there. This is just a notebook. Obviously it's not designed for art. I should have grabbed a sketchbook or something, but it doesn't matter. You can still see that they layer up on top of each other nicely. I think I'm running out of tooth on this paper because it's rubbish. we got a bit. And I'm pressing quite hard and the leads aren't breaking. We're getting a nice mix. I'm still getting some colour out. Let's do some more purple, violet. So that is fun. So I'm really excited by those. I'm really liking the new colours. I purposely did this with ones that are older that I've used before. Don't want to wear down on my new ones. But as I say, I have contacted Staedtler to ask them about open stock. It does say there's 24 open stock colours. Now for a set that comes in, I've got 48, but it does come in a 72. Only having 24 open stock seems rather strange. They did used to only have 24 open stock for the Ergos, even though they came in a 36. I'm rather happy with that. I don't know about you, but it looks quite smooth. And it wasn't very difficult. I did keep messing with it, but for me that was quite simple. So that was rather good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to do. I'm going to finish my page and take a photo for the end of the video so you can just see what I did. I don't think it's necessary for me to colour it with you because it wasn't a tutorial, it was just showing you the colours, and I'll just be repeating some of the colours again and having fun playing with my new pencils. Anyway, but that's that. So yeah, if I get a response from Staedtler, I'll put it in the comments. That might be useful, mightn't it? Or even in the description, which is best, comments or description, maybe both, I don't know, but I'll see what happens. So that's good, but I am really pleased with these. I'm loving the new colours. They're nice, they're nicer to hold. Ergos are nice to hold because they're matte, but they get really dirty. So I'm liking these because they're my hands aren't going to get dirty holding them. They are hexagonal like the Super Softs. Ergo's a triangle, but I don't see any pros or cons in that, to be honest. You just get a bit of a callus in a different place on your finger, but you know. So I was a bit worried that they would be as hard as the Noris, but they really aren't, especially once I redid them here. You can see they really are quite similar to the Ergos. So yeah, I'm really happy. I can't see a huge difference between the Super Soft and the Design Journey, to be honest. I don't know. It's really hard to do a swatch using the same pressure, but if I do like an average pressure like that and then do an average pressure with Ergos, maybe it takes a little less. I don't know. No, that's an average pressure with Ergos. Oh, you can't see. That's just a light average pressure with Ergos, and that's a light average pressure with these, with the Design Journey. Maybe they are similar, but then what is the difference with the Super Soft? It's a bit lighter. Don't know. Anyway, whatever it is, I really like them. Did I say that? So I'm very excited. I'm going to finish my picture. I'm going to go and find my parcel, and as I say, I'll put a picture at the end of the finished picture just so you can see, in case you're curious of what it looks like, as well as a link to these. This is the 48, there's a 72, there's a 24, there's some in tins, some in boxes. There's a bit of a variety to choose from. But yes, thank you for watching. Sorry I got a bit excited. Hope that was okay. Have a really lovely day and happy colouring.